What is GST, tax when transferring from property? Have you ever wondered what happens with taxes when you transfer from property? Specifically, what about goods and services tax? Let's break it down. When it comes to transferring agricultural land, goods and services tax generally does not apply. This is because land is classified as immovable property. In most cases, the sale or transfer of farmland is exempt from goods and services tax. The law treats this transaction differently from other goods or services. However, there are exceptions. If the transfer involves development rights or benefits associated with the land, those may be subject to goods and services tax. For example, if you are transferring transferable development rights or floor space index benefits, those could incur a tax rate of 18%. So while the land itself is exempt, certain rights linked to it might not be. Now let's talk about gifting farmland. When you gift land, goods and services tax does not apply. Gifting is not viewed as a transaction for consideration, which is a requirement for goods and services tax liability. But keep in mind that other taxes might come into play, such as stamp duty or capital gains tax, depending on local laws and the specifics of the transfer. From an estate and succession planning viewpoint, it is important to know that while goods and services tax may not apply, capital gains tax could be a factor if the property is sold later. Agricultural land in rural areas often enjoys exemptions from capital gains tax. However, urban agricultural land or land used for non-agricultural purposes may attract this tax. When planning transfers of farmland, consider a few practical points. First, confirm whether the land is classified as rural or urban agricultural land. This classification will affect how taxes are applied. Second, remember that while goods and services tax does not apply to the land itself, it may apply to any associated services or rights. Lastly, it is wise to consult with tax and legal professionals. They can help you navigate the rules and ensure compliance with all relevant tax laws. This way, you can optimize your tax outcomes and avoid any surprises down the road. In short, goods and services tax is not charged on the direct transfer or gifting of from property. It is the ancillary services or rights that may incur tax. Understanding these details will help you make informed decisions about farmland investments and estate planning.